Hi to all. This is A. Obulich, Assistant Professor, Anurag Group of Institutions at ANVR, Hyderabad. These are the basic slides for understanding operating system definition, operating system modes, and basic operations of operating system. Before going to discussion, I want to clarify when the operating system can activate in our system. Once we switch on our computer system, the bootstrap code is executed. This bootstrap code will be resides in ROM, read-only memory. This is the built-in memory. By the execution of this bootstrap code, the operating system program will be loaded from hard disk to RAM, random access memory. Once the operating system can be loaded into RAM, there onwards, the entire computer system comes under the control of operating system. The first point what I want to clarify you is what is the definition of operating system. Basically, the operating system can be defined as an interface. That is, operating system is an interface in between computer, user, and computer hardware. This operating system is a trustworthy interface in between user and hardware. That means, whatever the user is given the request, that request should be processed by the hardware and the result should be returned to the user. That's why we can say operating system is trustworthy interface. In another ways also we can define our operating system, that are, first one is resource allocator. Operating system is act as a resource allocator. That means for executing of any process, the process required memory, central processing unit, internal registers, and I/O devices. All these components, all these resources are allocated by operating system. That's why we can say operating system is a resource allocation. Third one is operating system is also act as control program which can be executed always in the computer system. And fourth one is OS is an interrupt driven program. That means if there is no process to execute, if there is no user to respond, there is no output input device to handle, the operating system can be ideal. Once the user make a request, then only the operating system can process the request. If nobody requests anything, then the operating system is in ideal. That's why we can say operating system is interrupt driven program. And fifth one we can define is OS will be as an accountant. That means it will maintain all the information about devices and the processes. That means with respect to process, who is the added for this process, at what time it is created, at what time it is entered into RAM, at what time it is executed, at what time it is completed. All these standing information will be maintained by operating system. That's why in that sense we can say operating system is an accountant. And lastly, OS is resource manager. It means it can manage all the resources of the computer system. As of second point, operating system modes. Operating system can exhibit two modes. First one is a user mode and second one is a system mode, or supervisor mode. In user mode, the operating system can accept user request and that request will be processed in system mode. Once the operating system is entered into system mode or kernel mode, then it cannot accept user request. These two modes can be executed alternatively in any program execution. These two modes description can be done by using of mode bit. The basic idea of this mode is protection. This is the basic diagram which can exhibit the modes of operating system. This is the user mode which can be represented with the mode bit, that is the 1. This is the kernel mode which can be represented with the mode bit, that is 0. Initially the operating system should be in kernel mode. Once the user make a request or if any process is executed, then corresponding system call can be executed in kernel mode. While switching from user mode to kernel mode, the mode bit became as 0. After completion of system call, the mode bit became as 1 and then OS is entered into user mode. Then again it can accept the user request and again it will be entered into kernel mode and process it, again come back to user mode. That's why what I'm saying here is operating system can alternatively, it will be switches from user mode to kernel mode and kernel mode to user mode. This is a basic static view of the system. All the users are communicating with the computer hardware through many layers. One of the layers is the users are communicating with the application programs. First of all, they make a request through application program. That request is received by operating system. That request is processed by using computer hardware and the result will be forwarded to the user through all these layers. That means the request comes through operating system and processed by hardware. The result will again forwarded to user through OS and application programs. This is what operating system modes. And the third point and last point is what are the basic operations of operating system. That is, process management means the process creation, process termination, process suspension and everything. Storage management means how the memory will be allocated, where exactly the data should be stored. All those things will be managed by operating system. And file management, how creation of the files, the deletion of the files, modification of the files, everything will be done by operating system. And at last, protection and security. This is a basic operation of OS. First of all, the OS can protect itself, and then it can provide the protection for processes which are loaded in RAM. These are the basic operations of operating system. Thank you.